Summer is here, and with that, lots of fun. Recreation and parks bring us a lot of information in today's edition of Your Community. Welcome to this edition of Your Community. Today we have a lot of fun things to let you know about. First of all, from the Recreation and Parks Department, Mr. Tim Grant will be talking to us about different things that we have in our community that we can go to and have fun in. Then we will have the school system's summer feeding program, where we will have our guests speaking about where the summer program is going to be and how we could get this. And then we will bring one more time the Build Integrated Communities and see where they're at right now. But first, let's see what Mr. Tim Grant has to say about our parks in Winston-Salem. Mr. Grant, we know summer is here. So can you let us know how many parks we have in Winston-Salem?
We have 76 park locations here in the city of Winston-Salem. Parks are located all over the city, and I would encourage all citizens, there's a park near you, get out and go take a visit.
Now, will any new parks be open?
No, there are no new parks that will open this year, although we are working on our bond projects. We hope to have 2 new parks under construction sometime early in 2016, which will be the Quarry Project as well as Jameson Park. But I would like to point out that we have just completed 5 new playgrounds. One here at Sedge Garden Recreation Center, one at Forest Park, one at Bowen Thomas Park, one at Washington Park, and at Lineback. We got 5 fantastic playgrounds, and I'd like to encourage all the citizens to go out and take a look.
That is really great, because a lot of times we are looking for different things to do. Now, I was reading your website, and there's something called the Memory Tree and Bench Program. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, we have a Memory Tree and Memory Bench program. One of the few departments still doing that in the state of North Carolina. But if you've got a loved one that you want to either honor or someone that you want to give special recognition to, you can contact Kim Young at South Fork and do a memory tree or memory bench. Memory benches typically run about $200. They'll have a nameplate on it that'll be dedicated to the person that of your choosing, as well as memory trees. Memory trees will range from about $50 up to about $125. We'll let you pick out a tree, or we'll work with you to pick out a tree and pick out a location. We do have a lot of memory trees and memory benches throughout our park system. Unfortunately, some locations are full of trees and we can't add any more, but the staff and vegetation management will work with the citizen to choose the best location for that memory tree or memory bench. Now,
I kept on reading on the website, and I found something really curious. It's called Cricket's Nest Craft Shop. I understand that the city sponsors this through your department. Can you talk to us a little bit about what's that all about?
Yes, the Cricket's Nest Craft Shop is located on the campus out at South Fork Recreation Center in South Fork Park. It's actually a consignment shop, but it's only open to the Cricket's Nest members. You have to be 55 years of age. You have to live in Forsyth County, and whatever item that you bring to us for us to sell for you has to be handmade. There are some gorgeous items out there, everything from jewelry to blankets to children's clothes to chairs, desks, wood carvings. It's a fantastic opportunity for our seniors to continue their talent and skill level, and for them to bring it to us and we'll sell it for you at the consignment shop.
There's also another program. It's called Adopt a Park. Who coordinates this, and how can we get involved?
The city's Adopt a Park program is spearheaded by George Stilfen, who works with Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful, and he works in the Department of Vegetation Management. Adopt a Park program is one of our popular programs. Of the 76 park locations that we have currently, we've probably got about 55 parks that have been adopted. However, that doesn't mean that we won't take more than one organization to adopt a park. Some of our park locations are rather large, and we have multiple groups that have come in and adopted those park locations. What is the requirement? Just that you love your park location, you want to do something positive. You can contact George Stilfen in Vegetation Management. The major requirement is that you have to have 4 cleanups per year, but we will provide the pickup sticks, the bags, the gloves. We'll provide everything that you need. So if you've got a group of citizens that really love their park location, contact George and he can provide further information.
Well, talking about the parks and talking about the adoption of the parks, there in our parks we have really good shelters to do parties and other things in them. How do we do to rent these shelters, or we just use them?
Our picnic shelters are very popular. I think that we have 51 picnic shelters here in our park system. If a person is interested in using them, what they would need to do is to make a reservation. You can make a reservation through CityLink by calling 727-8000, or you can call our department. With the picnic shelters, there's a small fee. For small shelters, Monday through Thursday, there's a $25 fee. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays, that fee goes up to $35. Our large shelters, Monday through Thursday, are also $25. And on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays for the large shelter, the fee goes up to $45. What that does, it ensures that the facility is reserved for you. We give you a permit. Staff will come out and make sure that the restrooms are open. They clean them, they make sure that they are stocked, and that makes sure that you have that location all to yourself. We encourage citizens to make reservations. Just don't go out and just arbitrarily use a particular shelter, because they are very popular, especially around graduations and holidays. And this time of the year, it's hard to find a picnic shelter that's not being reserved by someone. So if you'd like to reserve it, please contact CityLink and they can take that reservation.
Mr. Grant, I know we have the liberty of going to any of our parks and using our parks to be able to entertain ourselves and our children, but there must be some regulations that the city has to be able to use our parks.
Our park locations, there are 76 parks. There are some basic rules that we would like for people to follow. In every park location, near the entrance to the park, you'll see a park sign. Some of the rules I would like to point out is that all parks close technically at 10:30 at night. But however, if you go to a park location and the gate is closed and is locked, please don't go in there. I would encourage citizens that don't be in a park location after dark. Even though the city ordinance says 10:30, don't be at a park location after darkness. Couple of things: be courteous. Be courteous and respectful of other people that might be using the park. If you see trash or have trash, make sure you put it in the waste receptacles. Make sure that there are no open flames in the park. You can't just make a campfire or cook something out in the middle of a park. Make sure that there are no alcoholic beverages. We don't allow alcoholic beverages in any of our park locations. Those are some basic rules, and I think if people follow those and just be courteous to others, as you well know, many of our parks have different many amenities. You may see tennis courts, walking trails, fitness equipment. You may see a basketball court. You may see a picnic shelter. There may be a rec center there. So we have a lot of diversity in terms of people using the park locations. Just be kind and courteous to others and keep your park clean.
Now, summer calls for water recreation, and I know that our city has a couple of pools that are part of Recreation and Parks Division. Now, can you talk to us a little bit about how many parks do we have with pools and what regulations are there?
We have 8 pool locations. All of our pools are outdoors. We've got 8 great locations, and I'd just like to point out a couple of basic rules. We do offer free swim lessons for children, youth, teenagers, and adults and seniors. So at each pool, if you choose to go up and sign on the pool days, you can register for free swim lessons. This will be the 5th year that we've offered free swim lessons. Last summer we taught over 950 people how to swim. So that's the first thing I would do, is encourage people to sign up for a free swim lesson. The second thing is basically when you go to a pool, be smart about it. As a parent or grandparent, if you take a child to the pool, pay attention to that child. Typically, we like for the parent or guardian to be able to get in the water with that child, to actually engage with them and help us keep an eye on that particular child. But if it's a grandparent that's coming, you know, just don't bring your child to the pool and just leave them there. Pay attention to what they're doing and make sure that they can swim. At all of our pools, once again, everyone has to pass a swim test. You have to take a swim test regardless of your age or your height. You have to show us that you can swim. We'll put an armband on you. It would either be a red, yellow, or green armband. That will correlate to your swim skills and will tell you where you can and can't go in the pool. And with the armband, lifeguards are going to make sure you stay in those appropriate zones. We do encourage people to have a bathing suit or a swimsuit. When I was younger, it was called a bathing suit. Now it's a swimsuit. We require that men and women, you must have a swimsuit. That is for sanitary reasons. You just can't wear your clothes or a pair of cut-off shorts or an athletic bra and come swimming. It must be swimsuit or swim attire. We would also encourage that if you come as a group, make sure that you call Dick Butler and make sure you register your groups. For daycares and schools and camps, they have to register. But our objective is very simple. We want you to have a safe, happy, fun-filled summer, but the most important thing for us is that everybody is safe. And we want to make sure that at all these pools that everybody who comes, they come and swim and be a part of a safe environment.
Mr. Grant, I see that cap you have on your head. It says "We Play." What is that all about? What is it?
Well, that's our department logo. And then "We Play" stands for we provide leisure all year. And when you look at what we do for 12 months a year, 365 days a year, that's what we provide. Whether it's a picnic shelter, whether it's a ball field for soccer or t-ball, whether it's adult dodgeball, flag football, whether it's senior games or Special Olympics, whether it's a sewing class, whether it's a dance class, whether it's a Zumba class, whether it's 2 golf courses, or whether it's Salem Lake and the trail and biking and running, or whether it's Winston Lake, whether it's fishing. We provide leisure all year. There are a multitude of facilities here for our citizens. We want you to learn about them and come out and enjoy them.
Is there anything else you would like our public to know about recs and parks here in Winston-Salem?
Certainly. Our We Play publication just came out. You can pick one of these up in any recreation facility. They were also sent out through the Winston-Salem Chronicle and the Winston-Salem Journal. But this is your recreation Bible. It has all the facilities, all the programs, all the contact information in here that will take you through the spring and through the summer. And if you can't get to this, you certainly can go to our website. This is actually on our website as well. And I would just encourage people, the parks and recreation, we're here for you. And we're only as good as you getting out and beginning to use your facilities. And there is a number of facilities throughout Winston-Salem, and I would encourage all of our listeners to go and find a park that you don't know about and actually give it a visit. We're here to help you get healthy, help you to reduce your stress level, and help you to enjoy this beautiful natural environment that we have.
As you well heard, Mr. Tim Grant brought us a lot of great information so we can have fun during the summertime. Now, let's listen to one of the segments of Did You Know?
Did you know that the Human Relations Department handles more than 600 fair housing and landlord-tenant inquiries per year? Human Relations has a landlord-tenant mediation program called the Alternative Residential Mediation Program. There are 2 landlord-tenant mediators who handle over 100 mediations per year. The mediators use North Carolina General Statute Chapter 42 as a guidance for assisting both landlords and tenants with resolving their disputes with one another. Mediations are most frequently based on disputes over security deposits, pets, service animals, and requests for repairs. Either a landlord or a tenant may contact the Human Relations Department for mediation, training, requests, or other questions.
This second segment of Your Community, we'll be talking about the summer feeding program that the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools has for our community. Ms. Richards, what is the summer feeding program and who sponsors it?
The summer meal program is an extension of the National School Lunch Program that we offer at all Winston-Salem Forsyth County schools throughout the school year, and allows us to feed students during those summer months to keep them fed, keep them energized so that they're ready to come back to school in the fall.
What ages can children start participating of this program, and up to what age can they stay in the program?
The free meals are available to all children 18 years of age or younger. So you could be 1, you could be 3, you could be 15.
What days of the week and time is the program available for the children?
We are offering meals at 18 sites Monday through Thursday throughout the summer. The first day of meals is June 22nd, and that program will run through August 13th. All programs will have breakfast and lunch. Breakfast will be at 8:30 and lunch will be at 11:45 to 12:45.
Sometimes the kids might ask themselves, what type of foods are they going to be serving during the summertime? So give me a little bit about what the menu is.
Children will see a lot of the same things that they see throughout the school year. We offer a variety of fruits and vegetables. We will have different milk options available every day. And for the entrees, we'll be doing some of the kids' favorites. There'll be chicken nuggets, popcorn chicken, the cheese pizza or pepperoni pizza, and there'll be a few other options mixed in there, maybe like hot dogs or hamburgers, because those are the children's most favorite.
Now, where can the parents go to find out about the program, or just the school or a website? How can they find out where and when their children can go?
There are lots of different avenues to get this information. All the sites are available on the district website. There are 18 sites. There is also information up at all of those sites out throughout the county. There's posters up. Flyers should be going home with students, so families should get that information directly at home. And we also have Connect 5 calls going out to a lot of the families, and so they should be receiving those very shortly as well.
Now, I understand that the schools during the summer will not be open on Fridays. Is there anything that the parents can do, or simply there will nothing be doing or serving food or any program during Fridays?
The district was very adamant that we had something for students on Friday while the district was closed. And so what we're doing this year is we've partnered with the Ronald McDonald House Foundation, and we received some funding to be able to send meals home with students that come to these 18 sites on Thursdays so that they have access to something on Friday. And that is a chicken salad meal with a fruit juice, a fresh fruit, and I believe some crackers or some sort of roll. And so students will have something available to them even though those sites will not be in operation.
This is a really great program, and I know many people will be taking advantage as they have in previous years. Is there anything else you would like to let our public know about the program and about where they can go?
There are lots of avenues in Forsyth County for families to have access to meals, whether it be through food pantries, Second Harvest Food Bank, or the meals that we offer throughout these 18 sites. The biggest thing that I want families to take away from these sites is that it doesn't matter whether your child is a Forsyth County School student or not, and it doesn't matter what school they attended throughout the school year, whether it be a public school or a private school. You can bring your child to any of the 18 sites, and those meals are available to you. If you have a 4-year-old at home or a 2-year-old at home, those meals are available to them as well. And we do offer meals to adults at a cost of $4. And so if you do want to sit down and enjoy that meal with your child, you do have that option as well.
Please have those dates on hand, or just go to the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools website and get that information as well. Now, let's go to another Did You Know?
I'm Chris Mack, Community Services Project Supervisor with the city's Community and Business Development Department. Did you know that our department is planning to have its 2015 Project We Care at the annual citywide neighborhood conference this year? Project We Care is an initiative which gives volunteers throughout the city a chance to share their volunteer activity pictures, hours, and to be recognized for their service. The annual citywide neighborhood conference brings neighborhood leaders and association members together for an opportunity to share ideas while learning more about city services. The event will take place during the month of September. Citizens and volunteers are asked to begin taking pictures of their volunteer efforts and creating PowerPoint slides to soon be submitted for showing at the event. All neighborhood association leaders and members are asked to participate. More information will soon follow on the city website in the form of letters, including the date, location, and event details. You can also contact me, Chris Mack, Community Services Project Supervisor and Community Assistance Liaison, at 336-734-1255 for more information.
Our third segment will be about building integrated communities, and we will have information about what's going on, where they're at, and where they're going. Jessica Lee, can you give us a brief description of your work with the Building Integrated Communities, and how does this all start?
Absolutely. Well, Building Integrated Communities, first, it's an initiative of the Latino Migration Project at UNC Chapel Hill, and what it really is a community planning process where we bring together immigrant leaders, elected officials, and other residents in various cities throughout North Carolina to first understand the issues affecting immigrants, foreign-born residents, newcomers to the area, and then, after understanding, to create what we call a comprehensive plan for immigrant integration. And what that means is we create action plans to address the issues facing newcomers in the city and county, oftentimes in the city and county, to help improve well-being of immigrants in the area, and then also to improve livability and economic development for all residents in the area. And Winston-Salem, the Winston-Salem Building Integrated Communities Project, that started last year in 2014 when the city received a BIC, I say BIC for Building Integrated Communities, received a BIC grant for the 3-year program in the city from 2014 to 2017.
Okay, now, what has been done already here in Winston-Salem?
We're pretty much, we've wrapped up sort of the first phase with Winston-Salem, BIC, which was the assessment and sort of learning and listening phase. And we have learned a lot so far from different sources in different ways. We collected a lot of demographic data, information from the census and labor data from the Winston-Salem and Forsyth County schools. The committee collected more than 200 surveys that were completed by local immigrant residents from 23 different countries of origin, first and second generation, and Puerto Rico. And we just held in April and March 2 public meetings where more than 200 local residents participated to share their direct input about their experiences and needs in the area. So we're sort of just wrapping up that phase.
That sounds great. Now, do you all already have some results from those surveys, information for us?
It's a lot of information, and we're actually just finishing now organizing all of the commentary from residents from those public meetings. So we are probably within the next week finishing. We want to add that to our whole report. That includes all of the other information that we learned. And we should be finishing that report next week, which we'll be publishing online to share with the community and the committee members involved in both English and Spanish. We'll be publishing it. And the Winston-Salem BIC committee is meeting, I think the 16th it is, of this month, to review and talk about everything that we've learned and decide what are the priorities and issues as a committee and project that we want to address and improve on over the next 2 years.
Now, With all of this said, where do we go from here? Is this something that just stops right there, or what else happens?
We have 2 years left of this program, so it's a long-term project. We've got our sort of long lenses on right now. And like I said, we're going to meet in about 2 weeks with the committee to review everything we've learned. And where we go from here, what we do next is identify the areas, the priorities of issues and needs that we want to address, and then hopefully bring other residents back in, like we did with the public meetings, to be involved in creating action plans to address those issues. Because the committee, we're just starting that process, I can't say yet what we hope to accomplish exactly. I do know that one goal that the committee already has in mind is creating sort of immigrant resource centers, like one-stop centers throughout the city, where folks and newcomers can go to get more information about resources, how to access other information, and learn things about civic engagement and services in the city. And whatever the other areas or actions that we undertake, our staff at UNC will be bringing in for that process sort of best practices and recommendations of how to create those plans and go about making those changes so that they can be implemented as well as possible. And that should take place, all of that, over the next year. It's a lot of work, and it's going to be getting a lot of people involved in setting things up to actually be carried out. And then we'll be evaluating to see how helpful, how effective those programs and plans have been.
You've been saying get the community together and get cooperation from the community. You've been talking about a community, but how do we do this? How can we as the community help this project go forward?
Good question. Well, we appreciate everyone who's already been involved and really showed a lot of faith in sharing a lot of information about their experiences and lives here in those surveys and in the public meetings. And when we decide what issues we're going to address and create action plans for, we'll also be deciding how to best involve community members. Folks who came to the meetings shared contact information if they wanted to stay up to date in the future, because we certainly want to keep reporting back, being transparent to the community and letting them know how and when they can be involved. So we really want people to stay tuned, and if they haven't already gotten involved by giving us their contact information to stay in the loop, we would love for other folks, other members of foreign born and immigrant community members to contact us at any time. We can let them know where we're at with the project and how they can get involved. They can contact us. I'm not good with numbers always, so I have the best number to call is 919-962-5453. That is the number for BIC at UNC. Hablamos Español, we speak Spanish there. We can talk to folks there. They can also send us an email to either me or to the Latino Migration Project Director. My email is JL4, JL4 at email.unc.edu, and Hannah's is HGill, so HGILL at email.unc.edu. And they can also contact Human Relations here, the Director of Human Relations, Wanda.
That sounds great. Now, is there any other detail that you would like to give our community? Because we want to help, we want to be part of this, but there's always something that you all might have in mind that we can continue to help.
We know that work like this takes a lot of faith and a lot of trust and a lot of energy, and we know that immigrants are not people have been doing a lot of work already in the community. So I think mostly we want to share our thanks and appreciation. We're so glad that everybody in the diverse foreign born communities living here, we're so glad that they're here, that you're here, and we just look forward to working with everyone more, and we appreciate people putting in the time, putting in the effort to find out what's happening and to get involved.
Today we've had 3 different topics. The first one had to do with recreation and parks, where we can go, what times the parks are open, and how we can have fun. Second, we had the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools feeding program, where we go, what hours, and what they will be feeding our children. And third, we talked about where the Building Integrated Communities program is at this point. So we hope that this has been of great information to everyone in our community, and we hope to see you then in our next quarter of Your Community.